Sundays with Sherea Vejan, our weekly planning session. So hopefully you guys have all of your downloads, your planners, your book, your goals journal, and we are just gonna plan for next week, which is tomorrow. Um, so if you have your strategic Sunday planner, we're basically just gonna go through that like we do every Sunday. So uh, let me go ahead and put that on the screen. All right, so welcome to Strategic Sundays, weekly planning with Coach Sherea. We're here to maximize your week by planning in advance. I am Sherea Vejan. I help individuals achieve their life goals while maintaining a healthy work-life balance through teaching group coaching programs and hosting monthly goal challenges and live events. I'm also the published author of over 11 books and journals, co-founder of the Goal Setters Club, and certified coach, trainer, and speaker with the John C. Maxwell team. So it is safe to say that you are in the right place. I have developed planners and business um, business marketing calendars, and so I am a super planner. So our goal for this session is to get the most out of your week by planning in advance. Stay on task with the life goals that you set for yourself, to schedule your priorities rather than prioritizing your schedule, creating a consistent routine that will help you get more done during the week, to keep you accountable each week by setting aside a specific time to plan, which is right now with me, providing the resources and tools you need to plan a successful week, and to make sure to plan ahead for special holidays, birthdays, and special occasions. The goal, let's see. So make sure you have all your materials and your downloads ready. If you have your music in the background or you have your snacks, you make sure you get your water. I got my water, my coffee. With me, you want to block out about 30 minutes. And then after the call, you want to block out maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on how deep you need to go into the other parts of the planner. So let's get ready and drink. I'll drink to that coffee. So eventually, could be a working session, but it's just so much sometimes to plan, depending on how you plan. If you're doing your meal planners, um, there is a quote that says, "Repetition is the key to forming new habits." So each week, if you're here with me, you'll notice that we will repeat the same core information every week. I will add a few updates or specific things, or add something, add a slide, but essentially, we follow the same formula. And so the goal is to establish a regular time and space to plan your upcoming week. Ideally, Friday nights will be good for me, or Saturday mornings will be good because you have extra days if you need to go shopping. But for the purpose of this course, Sunday was a better day for me to plan with you guys. All right, so in this session, we're going to be using the 2024 Daily Planner. Last year, the 2023 version was available on Amazon and my other publisher, Lulu, but this year, it's only available in this course. And so you could click on the QR code and go ahead and download that. So again, in this session, after the session, you want to have your goals journal, you want to have your daily planner, you want to have your Strategic Sundays planning checklist. So there's a whole checklist of suggested activities that you can put in your planner for planning your week. Also, I have a prayer journal for those of you who are Christian, or you believe in prayer. So I have a prayer journal. And then the Celebrate Everyday calendar, we talked about that. Pretty much a fun calendar that lists some events and National Donut Day, things like that. So you want to have all those things available for this week. Have you had one of these weeks? I have been having these weeks for the last few weeks actually. So what we try to do is not try. What we do is start with reflection. Reflection is a part of most of my courses. If you're doing a for our yearly plans, we start with reflection. At the end of the month, we reflect. And at the beginning of a new week, we're reflecting. So follow effective action with quiet reflection. From quiet reflection will come even more effective action. And so we always want to start with, I think I have the worksheet here. So on your worksheet, there's a couple of questions. This past week, what was your overall mood last week? How did you do in regards to your goal progression last week? And what did you achieve last week? So for me, last week was, I think the last couple of weeks, I joined another accountability group, all females. I joined another book club, and they have a book club. And so now I'm a part of 7 book clubs. And there's no way I'm going to be able to read all these books and make all these accountability calls. So I have to figure out how to do my time. So some of these I have to attend live, and some I would have to do replays. But most accountability groups is so much better to be live and not on the replay. I'm gonna see if I can remove my name because it's in the way. Okay, maybe not. And so last week was a little. I think the weeks are becoming overwhelming because I am adding so much more to my plate, and then I have to get rid of things. I can't just keep adding and not redistributing the old thing because that work still has to get done. I ended up coming home yesterday trying to take a nap, and I ended up sleeping for like a couple hours more than expected. So next week, I plan to have more energy. I plan to just planning out how much time I'm going to spend on these accountability groups. I might have to miss one a week in order to keep my other things going. But so that was my week. Next week, could I do anything better next week to see better results? I noticed that my goal is to do keto Monday through Thursday, or Monday through Friday evening, and then Friday evening, Saturday and Sunday to do carbs. And I think I talked about this on one of the other lives. At first, I thought I was depriving myself, but I realized that carbs, I had some yesterday and they just made me really tired. So when I go through the week of just having like the meat and veggies and then having water and then go to like bread and carbs and this, I was exhausted. So I know for me to have more energy, I got to get rid of the carbs. What do I need to stop doing next week to achieve my goals? Get rid of carbs. Am I on track to achieve my yearly goals, or do I need to adjust my timeline? I'm on time. And so you definitely want to start with reflection. And I know on most of my courses, I start with reflection. You could think it's a waste of time. You could think you can skip over that, and you can, but I highly recommend that you don't, because sometimes when you sit back and think about last week and you think about what you want this week, you might be able to make some adjustments in that space. You might be able to take some things totally out that you didn't even think about. So start with reflection, and you want to reflect and expect. What are you reflecting on, and what are you expecting to be different next week? Birthdays. And so next we start with your birthday calendar, your anniversary calendar. Valentine's Day is coming up. We talked about that. And just making sure you know what's coming up in February, what's coming up in March, and what's coming up next week. And so I always start with the birthdays and anniversaries and special days. That way you can put those on your schedule and you don't get caught at the last minute. And so adding in your kit, you have a anniversary calendar, and these can be uploaded in your iPad in your Good Notes, and you can write on it in your Good Notes as well. So yes, in your planner. So you can write in your planner, which I like to do. Or you could take the whole planner and upload it in your Good Notes and write on there. So look at this. Is this your life? The dry cleaning and soccer practice and get picking up the food and the kids calendar and the church calendar and then going grocery shopping. So um, most of our lives now are so busy with busy work. And so the better we organize our week, the better we are prepared to go into the following week. So we talked about this fun calendar again, like if for the month of February, things like National Soup Month, or this was actually January, so I need to move that. But like February, you have Black History Month, you have American Heart Month, you have Canned Food Month, Cancer Prevention Month, Enrolled Agents Month. And so when you have those things at the top of your head, maybe you want to host a conference, maybe you have a business on the side, and just keeping some of those things in um, top of mind. If you have a church, you're having a church calendar, if you're putting those things on the mat on your calendar. So even if you're not going, maybe having those as just so you can remember, because you might roll up in church and forget that it's a big event and the parking lot is busy and you're like, what's happening? Oh yeah, they're having a carnival. So just being aware of events. And again, I'm a part of accountability group, so I also have a calendar with them. I have accountability worksheets I have to fill out. And then your budget. So you want to spend some time working on your budget. Again, I use every dollar with Dave Ramsey. I've been using that for years, maybe, I don't know, 10, 15 years. And so you want to review your monthly bills because we have a new month, February. You want to see what's due next week. You want to make sure you're reviewing your automatic payments that's coming out. And then we talked about holidays, birthdays. You want to add that. And then meal planning. I spend a lot of time on meal planning. I spend way too much time, on meals because I cook every day. And so just figuring out a way to reduce the time in the kitchen for me is going to be a game changer. I really don't like pre-prep foods. I don't like prepping services. I just don't trust certain things. I don't like meal delivery. I don't like, so there's some things, it's just me. And so because of that, I cook my own food. I get my own food. I don't like people picking up my food. I like a certain, I'm that person. I've seen the videos with the DoorDash and saying, hey, you want your eggs from the back? That's me. And so I'd rather just go get it. So I have to figure this out, how to get more time in out of the kitchen. And so there's some meal planning services. I put these on the side. When you rewatch the video, you can screenshot that. And then goal setting. So we want to make sure we are, we're busy. We got the church, we got the kids, we got the job, we have all that. We want to make sure we spend time on ourselves for goal setting. And so having a plan to review your goals and reflect on your goals. And then with the Goal Setters Club, we have a monthly category every month. Last month was health and fitness. This month we moved into relationships. And so each month we tackle a new category. You want to review your vision board. You want to put your vision board in a space that you can see it wherever you are. We have vision boards throughout the house, and then I have my vision board in my office. And you want to review your routines for the month. And we also have a timeline, a reading plan. And so I am going to show you that in the next slide. Okay, so for your routines, you want to make sure you're doing your weekly goal accountability tracker. And this is where you're going to put your routines in for the week. So if you're doing Marriage Monday or Meatless Monday or Money Monday, Take a Break Tuesday, whatever routines that you're setting in place to help you reach your goals at the end of the year, that's where you want to put those things at. What are you reading next week? What are you reading? I am a super reader. I love books. I love writing books. I love reading books. I love giving books away. I love talking about books. And so we are reading in the Empower Hour book club, Relationships 101. And this is our reading plan. And so we're reading John C. Maxwell's book. So we are moving in tomorrow, February 5th. So we're going to be on pages 14 through 26. So go ahead and if you need to screenshot that or rewrite, what am I saying? Screenshot this. So you or watch the replay to get our reading plan. I'm going to post it up also. So yeah, I'm going to post this up in our mastermind Facebook group. Also, for the 2024 goals journal, this is our reading plan. And so February 1st through 7th, you should be writing out your goals. You should be figuring out what your number one relationship, well, you already should have figured out what your number one relationship goal is, but now you're writing out your goals. You're writing out your routines. You're doing the research. So this is our reading plan for 2024. And then I mentioned earlier, I'm in 7 book clubs, 7. Some I show up regularly, some I watch replays. And these are the books that we're reading in the book clubs that I'm a part of. There's a book club we meet every morning at 4:45, and we actually read the book, and then we discuss the book together. So what are you reading next week? You know, I gave you, if you want to read with us, we're reading the Relationships 101, or consider joining a book club that keeps you on track. Now, some book clubs, they are monthly. It's up to you to read. Sometimes they give you a reading plan. You read on your own, and then you come and you discuss the book, or they do like a Zoom. My book club, we meet every day, and we discuss the book every day together. And we highlight, you know, what we read and what we learned from it. So join a book club, find a book club that reads the books that you're interested in. That way it keeps you accountable. All right. So again, the resources, I have a Strategic Sundays playlist. I have the 2024 Goals Journal. We have the 2024 Business Marketing Calendar. That's all in the Strategic Sundays. So go ahead and get a copy of that. And then, of course, there's digital resources like Monday.com, Asana, Notion, Todoist. You know, a lot of people use different methods of planning. If you're a little younger in your 20s, I don't know how you do your planning. Maybe, you know, you're using an app. But I like physically writing out my plan, and then I take mine and dump it into, I should have put that up there, the Google Calendar. So I use Google Calendar after I plan my week. And so that way I can see it, and I've set up alerts. So the alert says, hey, in 30 minutes, you need to do this, or in 20 minutes, you need to do that. All right. All right, so thank you guys. Thank you guys for joining me today. And I will see you guys next Sunday. I will see you guys next Sunday at 7:30. So make sure you plan. If you have questions, go ahead and put them inside of the video. Put them underneath the video. It's early. And I will try to answer your questions. All right. I'll see you guys next Sunday. Bye.